have Wasted Potential versus Voltage. Voltage being one of our top teams right now in the standings, and Wasted Potential, which I think is up there. They're about midway through, meaning that this is going to be a very exciting game. Unfortunately, though, it looks like Wasted Potential is going to have to be playing a player down due to the fact that somebody was unable to show up last minute. So I'm very sorry, Wasted Potential. But anyways, both teams are ready to go, so we will be going into our first map, which will be Blizzard World. Well, from these teams though, Voltage definitely being a very strong team in this current season right now. Very powerful team coming into this. Whereas Wasted Potential, although they are playing at a 5v6 disadvantage, they still can come away with maybe even a map or two if they are strong enough to take down this offense and defense that we've seen from Voltage. However, towards the end of the match, if they want to 5v5, as the captain of Voltage will be joining in later on in the game, as I believe, that means that it is possible that these teams can go to a 5v5, which means it will be possible that Waste Potential can still walk away with a map or two in this. But coming into this first point, Blizzard World, it is a hybrid map, meaning that you have to first capture a point and then escort the payload to a final checkpoint. Waste Potential looking like they're going to be running a little bit of a very strong bunker composition. It looks like they're running the Mercy and the Baptiste Immortality Field, going to act like almost like a second shield for Wasted Potential right now. Whereas we also see a Symmetra coming in from Wasted Potential to try and lock out some of this area, with the Bastion providing a lot of damage. Very strong composition to be running in a 5v6 situation. Coming out of Voltage though, we're going to be seeing a semi-dive, I want to say, running the Sigma and the Hammond. Hammond's high mobility, definitely going to provide a lot of movement and a chance to really get into that point. Ugh, sorry about that. Get into that point in order to disrupt this Bastion a little bit. We also see Sigmas on both sides, really taking advantage of this new character. Voltage immediately coming out of the point, forcing Waste Potential to try and back out a little bit. Bastion going to fall very quickly into this fight. Voltage trying to stay onto this point as much as they can. Both teams running at some Metro. That's going to be a very useful thing. Cloud Z taking out the Mercy and then taking out both supports as well as the Symmetra, and this fight looks like it's going into the favor of Voltage very early on. Very strong plays from these teams already early on into this game. Wasted Potential really needing to figure out what they need to do in order to break through this incredible offense that Voltage is showing right now. Already 5.5 minutes on that time bag. Massive time bag for Voltage right now. Cloud Z looking for an opportunity, just looking to see where the enemy team is set up, possibly even looking for the Spara. He's gonna try and take him out, but he does not get the pick onto the Pharah. Fenji still running on the Hammond, is going to flanking around on the backside here, looking to try and get this Pharah and this Mercy. Pharah Mercy being the huge detriment to Voltage right now, as they have that ultimate high ground potential just being in the sky. Wasted Potential looking like they're stabilizing just a little bit. They did use the Symmetra ultimate, and it would have been what caused Voltage to stop back for a second, let that ult expire. Voltage starting to push in. Those Symmetra turrets are going to deal enough damage if they can get it. However, Voltage doesn't care about the turrets. They're going to start pushing in, using the Coalescence, and then taking out the Mercy, as well as taking out many members of Wasted Potential, with leaving only Sigma alive, and he's going to fall just as fast as the rest of his team, and this payload is going to continue to move. Voltage really showing what they can do in this 5v6 situation. Wasted Potential, unfortunately, being at this disadvantage, is making it very difficult for them to stay in this game right now. Accretion used, and then a massive ultimate coming out from Wasted Potential's ult. Wasted Potential using their own Gravitic Surge. It is going to be taken out by the Pharah, as well as the Mercy being taken out, but that doesn't stop this payload from being captured and moving to that second checkpoint. However, it could give Wasted Potential a chance to start to stabilize a little bit, although it does not look like this momentum is coming down anytime soon. We see Defenji with a Hammond Mines ready to come out in this fight, with Cloud Z still playing on this Doomfist, playing very aggressively. Pharah on the side of Waste Potential has a Rocket Barrage. Let's see if they're going to use this in order to really stop Voltage's progression forward. Hammer Mines come out. Rocket Barrage comes out from Sunkissed. Is going to be taken out by, please forgive me, the Widowmaker. But Widow is going to fall to the Sombra on the side of Voltage, or on the side of Waste Potential. Cloud Z taking out top 500 Widow in order to... And we'll remove that signal from the game. I'm losing my train of thought right now, watching this fight go on. Hammond being frozen by the main. Waste Potential switching over to the main to try and cause some disruption, stop Voltage progression forward, but still with one on the payload, it's going to be very hard for Waste Potential to keep this payload where it is. This payload is still moving forward very fast, with just over 4 minutes will be captured. Very strong offense from Voltage, and I expect a very strong defense from them as well. Now, as we do have that new rule in play, there is going to only be 5 minutes in between maps, and that's to ensure the progression of these games and to make sure teams can't just stall for time to wait for a player to leave on the other side. As we are all people, and we all have things to do with our lives. But Voltage being very powerful in this game right now. Very strong offense. Let's see if they're going to have just as strong of a defense. I think in order for Waste Potential to get through Voltage's force right now, what they need to do is they have to run a very aggressive dive. They have to jump right onto the supports of Voltage and get them out of the fight as early as possible. It looks like that's about what they're going to be doing. Running with the Ana Mercy. Ana being very useful, as she can just stay in the back lines and just really throw in those healing bullets, as well as being able to damage. She can act as a sniper in order to damage other people. However, her best way of doing so is just playing as a healer. On the side of Voltage, though, we do see Defenji playing on the Roadhog, a little bit more of a bunker-style composition from Voltage right now. Defenji's playing on the Roadhog, taking out this early high ground right behind that point. Staying with the Bastion, this hook combo with the Bastion is going to be very effective in stopping Waste Potential from getting into the fight. Top Secret playing on the Winston, looking for a chance to dive in and look for where he can really get into this fight right now. Voltage playing very strong right now. Not really giving up the high ground at all. They want to stay right where they are and force them to jump onto them. Winston immediately jumping in is going. Bastion will be hacked. That's going to be a very powerful hack if they can take him down. But Winston is going to fall, as well as Cloud Z taking out yet another pick. And that's going to stop this fight for Waste of Potential before it even starts. This Roadhog of Defenji being a very powerful asset right now, as well as the Bastion of Please Forgive Me. If you were not here last night, once again, I'm sorry for my voice. I'm still coming down from a cold, and commentating really messes with my sinuses. But Waste of Potential looking for their chance to start to push into this. All of them taking up the side ground right now. With the Sigma coming up to the side, looking for a pick. If they could get one pick, they could throw this into an even fight. Defenji getting hacked may fall here if he could take enough damage. Trying to stay alive, he is going to leave the hack and be able to heal himself. Sunkiss, though, taking out Cloud Z. Cloud Z, though, being rezzed. Very strong push so far, not losing a member and keeping their health up pretty high. Switching off of this Junkrat is probably the best switch for them at this current moment, as he's able to pump out a lot more damage than any of the other DPS that they had currently. Cloud Z, though, answering back, not giving any space and dealing massive amounts of damage, taking 3 members on his own. Cloud Z really being a strong asset for Waste of Potential right now. Just under 2 minutes left of the time. I'm not sure if Waste of Potential is going to be able to come away with this. However, they do have an EMP, which can be very powerful for them to make a strong push forward. Especially if Cloud Z is going to fall that early on with a tactical visor. Cloudsy getting resurrected. Hook onto the Mercy, but isn't going to stop her. Valkyrie comes out. Let's see if the EMP is going to come out into this fight. KOP looking for their chance to get in here. Bastion taking out multiple members of Waste Potential, and it looks like they're just going to hang on to this EMP for the next fight. The nice thing about this is even though you've lost this fight, you've already been given the chance to set up where you want to hold as the Sombra. Sombra is going to be a very key piece in order for Waste Potential to at least walk away with a point instead of being hard held here. Sombra knows where they're set up and gonna pop the EMP right onto the Bastion. Bastion is gonna be hacked, but he is in the middle of his configuration take, and that's not gonna stop him from dealing the damage. It looks like the whole hog did its work. It took out the Sigma of the enemy team. Riptire coming in is not going to take the pick, thanks to Roadhog's take a breather. That damage reduction gained from that allowed him to stay in this fight. Cloud Z able to use this tactical visor in order to keep this held, as well as comboing that with the support ults and the Gravitic from Sigma. Tactical visor comes out for Cloud Z, going to start dealing the damage on it to the opposing Sigma. That shield comes in though at just the right time. Valkyrie and Coalesce is coming out. Gravitic Search comes out from Waste Potential. It's not going to catch. It is going to catch the Roadhog, but that wasn't enough for them to really get in there. And Voltage takes map number 1. Very strong from Voltage right now. We will be going to our next map, which will be going to Nepal. Michi in the game, and it looks like I will put him into the current spectators. Let's see if they would like to 5v6. I do not believe they will. But if they want to, that is completely up to them. And it looks like people are leaving. Unfortunately, it looks like Wasted is going to be It looks like Waste Potential is going to be forfeiting, so unfortunately that's the only map we will be seeing from this. I mean, it looks like Sunkiss wants to 1v6 them all, which, if they want to, they can. I mean, let me see if we want to make this a pickup scrim, which I will be ending the stream now, and if we are going to make this into a pickup scrim, then I will restream it so people can see it, and we'll just have some fun with it. Anyways, this has been for Alligatron. I'm sorry I erased the potential of that bad luck, but thank you for watching the OLOC. Hope we will have 2 games being streamed tomorrow with a possible third of the Krusty Crew versus, I believe it was Castile Titans. So, we have many games going on tomorrow, starting at 4 o'clock EST. I hope you guys can tune in, but this has been for Alligatron, and I hope to see you guys in a few minutes, hopefully with a nice pickup scrim to have some fun with tonight.